What is going on, Internet? My name is JB, and we are back here today with our Week 7 matchup in the PBL, or Professional Battlers League. And this week we are taking on veteran trainer John, who is the commissioner of this league, who is also rocking a record of 4-2. I can actually see this time because the docs are updated. You're welcome. Wow. Anyway, he's got a very scary team. Very scary team. This is a guy who, in the past, has said that he does not like overpowered Pokemon. And look at this man's team. He has a Tapu Koko, a Celesteela, an Infernape, a Tornadus, Rotom Wash, Florges. He also has the Flaminum Z, as you can clearly see. Hitmonchan, Savali, Slurpuff, Noivern, Donphan, and Mega Sharpedo. He drafted Mega Sharpedo when he set the rule that he has the Mega, so he can't get a speed boost. So it's like a half of a shark. To steal a quote from my boy Shay, that's what he said in his video. It's like, it's half of a shark, but then it's half of a shark again, so it's like half of a shark. Anyway, biggest threats, obviously that Celesteela is freaking disgustingly annoying. Rotom Wash is always a pain in the a-hole to deal with. Fully offensive Infernape could be an issue, like either mixed or like a mixed Infernape is actually really hard for my team to deal with. Or just like Bandit or something like that, or like Nasty Plot, or just, yeah. Fully offensive Ape is a bit of an issue. Florges is annoying, same with stuff like Silvally, but you know, the main threats I think are is the Celesteela and the Infernape. I'm not really too worried about Koko. As you guys see, I have a very good Koko counter. If you've seen my NADL or my NADL videos, pretty much, just, you know what Evire does against Koko. It's just really good matchup. But yeah, other than that, I guess we can just go ahead and get into the squad. We are bringing Choice. Nope, that is an Expert Belt Electivire. Jesus Christ. Zapsquatch with Wild Charge, Earthquake, Iron Tail, and Volt Switch. Iron Tail pretty much is there, mostly for the two fairies and Florges and Slurpuff. Earthquake obviously for Koko, and then Wild Charge is nice stab. Volt Switch obviously, just switch around. Enough speed for max speed Rotom, and the rest is thrown into bulk. And yeah, pretty simple set. It puts in work. Koko can't really touch me unless it's, going for fairy move, which I have a few switch-ins to. Next up, we have Victini, or Victini, rocking, just a pretty standard Victini set of V-Create, Bolt Strike, Zen Headbutt, and Flame Charge with a Life Orb. Well, I mean, it's not really all that standard because you don't see Flame Charge on a Victini every day. But I thought it'd be fun if I could give one off or a couple off. It's pretty good against this team. Zen Headbutt's nice for really nothing. I don't know why I have Zen Headbutt. I guess I just needed a move. Probably could have found a better move, but obviously V-Create destroys his team outside of Rotom, which I have Bolt Strike for, which does solid neutral damage. I mean, I guess Zen Headbutt's kind of for Infernape, but I don't think I ever stand on that because it, gets the stupid, what's it called? Earthquake. Enough speed for Silvally at max speed. Boom. Yep, 161. We have 162. Pretty nice there. Next up, we have Matthias Ardrapion with Black Sludge, rocking T-Spikes, Poison Jab, Knockoff, and Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb because he has some stupidly fast mons, just be nice to slow him down so stuff like Victini can outspeed and kill. Knockoff's nice because you just get sort of items. It's always nice. Poison Jab because he has like 17 fairies, and then he doesn't have a poison type, so I thought T-Spikes could be fun. I've wanted an excuse to run T-Spikes this entire season, but everyone's always had like a good enough reason for me not to. And thankfully, John does not really have a good enough reason for me not to. His only hazard removers are technically Koko, but the main two would be Rotom and Donphan. Donphan, would be really big if I can get T-Spikes up on that, so it gets poisoned. That'd be a great way to wear that down. And then Rotom doesn't really care about it, but I mean, I have ways of dealing with Rotom. I guess he could bring Defog on this as well, and technically that. And technically this as well, but Hitmonchan would be pretty good for Rapid Spin, but the same as Donphan, get to wear it down. And if he actually brings, like a Webs, Defog, Slurpuff, that's so much easier to deal with than, the belly drumming set. Then next up we have Webster, our Araquanid, rocking the Liquidation, Sticky Web, Magic Coat, and Poison Jab. Poison Jab because he has 17 fairies. Magic Coat, you know, bounce back his hazards if I feel like getting weird. Because I'm pretty sure, did I bring... Yeah, I didn't even bring rock, so this is my rock setter. Everyone say hello to our rock setter, Araquanid. Sticky Web because, like I said, he has a lot of really fast stuff. It'd be just nice to slow it down, so like these two mods, and yeah, just so I can outspeed stuff. You know, just be nice to slow his team down. And then Liquidation does a ton with Water Bubble boosted, and he does even more with like a Hydro Vortex Liquidation Water Bubble boosted. Does so effing much damage, it's unreal. And next up on the squadron, we have Underminer, our Excadrill, rocking a Choice Scoff with Earthquake, Iron Head, Aerial Ace, and Rapid Spin. I probably, you know, I just ran enough speed for Rotom. Didn't really make a difference. Just in case he is Scarf Rotom, be nice to outspeed that. And then just do the rest leftover and spit off. What the hell is the Aerial Ace for on this team? I guess it's just nice to hit like Hitmonchan and stuff. That's about it. Hey, obviously, just Earthquake spam once I get rid of Celesteela, and Tornadus is just very good against this team. I don't think he's even brought Noivern. He might have brought Noivern like once. Not really too worried about Noivern. Noivern could actually be a big issue because I won a championship with that mod. It's really underrated in League format. Like, it just does a lot of cool things. It's a lot of nice, you know, little niche stuff. And last up on the roster, we have Oceana, our Manaphy. Just nice little bulky tail go 3 attacks, you know, doing Manaphy things, Scald, Ice Beam, and Energy Ball. He has no switch-ins to those hits at all, so, I mean, aside from, like, Max Spadef, AV, Florgus, like, everything's, like, getting to a KO'd on his team, pretty much. It's just, yeah, Manaphy's gross. You guys should know that by now. So that's the squad. I'll go ahead and shut up and get us into the video now. I don't have a bit. I kind of do. A puppy destroyed this. Yeah. Also, I had to get a new... Go ahead and... I had to get a new 3DS. Used to have a black one. My puppy ate that too. Moral of the story, don't get puppies. Just never get a puppy. Even if it's a rescue. Even if you find it in your backyard and bring it into your house with love and care. It will eat your shit. And its own. Because it's a dog. Yeah. Who gave me access to a computer and the internet? Whoever did that should probably be reprimanded because I should not be allowed to do the things I do with a computer. I'm not gonna apologize for all of this. I'm not. I'm just not. I think it's hilarious. I think I'm a piece of crap for doing it, but I think it's hilarious. Anyway, getting into the game, he brought pretty much exactly what I expected. The Ape, the Celesteela, the Coco. And the Rotom was something I also expected. Slurpuff is like it was Slurpuff or Florges. He decided to go Slurpuff. A little bit more offensive than the team I expected. And then Hitmonchan I wasn't really expecting, but I'm not scared of it in the slightest. I have, you know, things to deal with it. I was more expecting like a Silvally or something, but you know, Hitmonchan's not a bad mon. Not a great mon. It's not bad though. He did bring a couple fairies, a couple fighting types, so he brought quite a few, you know, common weaknesses, which is, you know, always a good thing to see. It's always something you'd love to see. Coming from a guy who brought 4 ground weaknesses, just saying. Anyway, he just decides to lead off with his Infernape, because I decided to lead it off with my Drapion. Why do I have these on anyway? I don't even know. Because I was listening to something about anyway. Like I said in team preview, he has no way of getting rid of T-Spikes outside of Defog. He has no poison type, so I just want to get my T-Spikes up. Turn 1, just, you know, I can start wearing his team down and stuff like that. He has no, you know, force him to go for Defog, and, you know, even 1 layer of T-Spikes is nice against his team. And looking at the calc damage after that, it appeared that he was probably Scarfed or, like, you know, not Banded, obviously. I did live 1 Banded Earthquake, but I figured he was probably Scarf. Ape, considering just the damage roll. He could have been something like Focus Sash or whatever. But anyway, he just, you know, decides to go for an Earthquake, so that probably does tell me he's choice locked or just really wanted my Drapion dead. But I just decided to click a pretty free Hydro Vortex here. He has nothing that wants to switch into it. You might think that Celesteela is a switch-in, but as you will soon see, spoiler alert, not a switch-in, buddy. Webster is here to take souls. Apparently, Webster is not messing around this week, guys. Not even in the slightest. We get off the Hydro Vortex. You know, send this Celesteela for a ride. I want to say in the Danger Zone, but I think you lived through the Danger Zone. You don't live through that. You're not living a Water Bubble boosted Hydro Vortex from a Max Attack Adamant. Whatever this thing's called, Araquanid. He decides to go to the Rotom here. At this point, I'm just trying to get off as much damage as I can with my Araquanid, as, you know, he just decides to Toxic me, which is lovely. You know, it tells me he might not have Will-O-Wisp. You usually don't see both Toxic and Willow on the same Rotom. Either way, I just decided to get my Sticky Web up here, you know, slow his team down a little bit, force him to go for Defog later in the game. I mean, maybe I can make a play on that, or whatever. As he just decides to go for Volt Switch. And like I said, at this point, Araquanid has more than done its job. It got webs up, destroyed the Celesteela, which is insane that it was able to OHKO the Celesteela. That was honestly ridiculous. And yeah, I just want to get off as much damage as possible before I, you know, let it go down or switch out or whatever. He does go into the Slurpuff here. I just decided to go for a Poison Jab because I felt like he wasn't going to stay in. And I had like a 2 in 5 chance of him going into a Poison type on it. And I got it right. You know, I just get a nice little Poison Jab off. He eats his Citrus Berry, so he probably was like a Belly Drum Citrus set, but I was able to pop his berry before he got his potential Belly Drum off, which is fan-freaking-tastic. He could have gone for Belly Drum here, but if he went for Belly Drum, I click Liquidation or Poison Jab again, and it goes down, so he has to kill me here, which is fine. Araquanid, like I said, more than did his job. Great job, friendo. Got webs up, got rid of the Celesteela, did a ton to the Slurpuff, popped his berry, good job. But now I can just go into my Scarf Underminer, and due to the sticky webs, you know, lowering his speed by 1, I am technically faster because he's only really at +1 speed. And I can just, you know, get off an Earthquake, which hits everything on his team. I didn't have the Iron Head in case he did want to preserve this for some reason. I can just, you know, Earthquake and get rid of this thing too. He has no switch-ins to Earthquake because if he went Rotom, it was 2-hit KO'd, and he's already shown he's not Scarf. So I can just double Earthquake. I don't, however, OHKO a fully physically defensive Rotom from full. So I decided to switch out and not let my Excadrill eat a Hydro Pump because, yeah, he did just go for Hydro Pump, and my poor Drapion went down for it. But, you know, the man got up T-Spikes. He did a little bit for the squad. Shout out to Drapion. But here I can just go into Oceania and start doing Oceania things and ending souls. Get off a nice little Tail Glow as he just decides to go for a Toxic, which, you know, is fine. I think Electric Move probably would have been more beneficial to him, you know, getting off damage on Manaphy. You know, actually, like, getting off a lot of damage on Manaphy versus, you know, residual damage. Like, he got 12 damage off on me that turn, and I got +3 special attack, which now allows me to just click Energy Ball against this thing and blow it into the next Tuesday. Yeah, so I'm not sure if this video got cut off at the end. If it did, you know, you'll see. I'm gonna record the rest of it with my phone on my 3DS. Austin had some recording issues. It's not his fault. There's nothing he could have done about it. It was just weird timing and stuff like that. But he does just go Infernape here. Gets poisoned, breaks any potential sash. He gets slowed down, so he is still faster than me if he's Scarf, which I'm still not entirely sure he is. I'm pretty sure he was, and I could just go for a Scald. He wasn't Scarf actually. Okay. I can, you know, oh, he was Focus Sash. Nice. I couldn't remember. Either way, I know he goes for another Earthquake and does, you know, some decent damage to my Manaphy, but he is poisoned at 1 HP due to that nice little Toxic Spike that I got up turn 1 against this Infernape, and it goes down. So Drapion picking up a kill with T-Spikes, boy. Okay, yeah, this got real laggy at the end. I'm not even sure what the next turn is going to be. Oofed. Oofed, boys. Oofed. Alright, so he goes into the Hitmonchan now, which actually lives 1. Okay, I can just tell you guys how the rest of the battle went down. I'm not going to record it with my phone because there's only 2 turns left. So the Hitmonchan gets poisoned. It lives 1 Scald, but, you know, dies to the poison, and my Manaphy also dies to the Toxic. So all he has left is the Coco, which I have Scarf Excadrill for. And because of the sticky webs, I'm faster. I click Scarf Earthquake and win the game. So I get, like, what, a 3-0, I want to say. I can look real quick on the in the Discord, let you guys know. I'm pretty sure it was a 3-0. I kind of really wanted to record Yeah, it was a 3-0. Kind of really wanted to record the last couple turns on my phone, but I thought there was more of the battle left, but no. Like I said, just to go over it one more time. I click Scald against the Hitmonchan. It lives, but that's to the Toxic Spike. He only has Coco left, and I click Scarf Earthquake and win the game. So, yeah. That's how that went. Actually, I think there might have been like another turn in there. I'm not really sure. Was the Rotom still alive? No, the Rotom wasn't alive. Yeah, everything else was dead. Yeah, that's how it went. So, yeah, get a nice little 3-0 against John. So, GG, my dude. We all but guaranteed ourselves second place in the standings, unless, like, if I lose and, like, either Austin or Cryptic Flash 4 or 5-0 their opponents, or, like, 6-0 their opponents, there's a chance, like, due to differential that they could catch me, but I'm pretty, like, safely secured into second place at this point. There's no way I can catch Shay. Shay is 6-1 at this point in week 6 or week 7. He has a plus 25 differential. That's how bad he is destroying everyone in this league. I'm the only person who beat him, and he is like double my differential. It's ridiculous. The man is on a whole nother level right now. But yeah, playoffs are coming up in 2 weeks. Only an 8-week season, so we unfortunately won't get to play our boy Austin into the playoffs. Hopefully we get to play him in the playoffs. He has a bit of a playoff curse, but yeah, there's that. Again, GG to John. Next week we play JP3, the JP3 games, and that should be a good game. Also, go check out John. His link will be in the description. I don't think I said that in the team builder. Probably should have said that in the team builder. My bad. Oh well, you know it happens. That was honestly unintentional. Again, go check out John. Good dude, makes good content, and I will see you guys in the next week with probably the same GIF behind me. I kind of really like the exploding colors. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need help. I really do. Someone needs to take this computer away from me, at least for like a week or two, so I get used to like functioning without stupid memes. It'd be weird. I don't know if I'd still be me. I don't know if you guys would like me if I didn't have memes. Would you guys still like me if I wasn't a meme? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. That's our comment question of the day. Would you guys still like me if I wasn't a meme? I'm going to end the recording now because I'm awkward.